Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. It's remaining just some few hours to the elections. So my humble appeal to all patriotic Kenyans is to turn out in large numbers to cast their votes for their preferred candidates. Personally, I will be voting in Nairobi, Starehe constituency, Landmawe ward. I will be there by 5 in the morning. So my appeal to all peace-loving Kenyans, turn out in large numbers, cast your votes for your preferred candidates. Having said that, I've observed something since yesterday evening. William Ruto and his close associates, especially leaders supporting William Ruto and their bloggers, have been claiming that ballot papers are being marked somewhere. That's one thing I have observed since yesterday evening. So in this video, I want to dig deep to see exactly, or rather to expose exactly what is happening and why these people are making all those kinds of claims and allegations. Before I do that, in case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya. Yes, the claims and allegations are being led by Moses Kuria himself, Dennis Itumbi, and very close William Ruto bloggers. They have all been throwing all manners of claims and allegations that ballot papers are being marked somewhere. What's their game plan here? What does that mean politically? Just to start with, I'm seeing a William Ruto and his team who are clearly panicking, and they are panicking because they can smell a looming defeat, a humiliating defeat. They are already smelling that. And I'm saying they're already smelling that because it appears that all their plans and maneuvers have actually backfired. All their schemes have actually been blocked. If you listen to the way William Ruto was talking, maybe 1 week ago, William Ruto was defending IEBC. In fact, as Raila and his team were complaining about IEBC, William Ruto was telling Raila achane na IEBC. And now we are seeing William Ruto's close associates, leaders supporting William Ruto, claiming that ballot papers are being marked somewhere. So the question begs, the people marking those ballot papers, where have they gotten those ballot papers from? Where have they gotten those ballot papers they are marking from, if not from IEBC? I'm seeing a William Ruto who is just indirectly trying to blame IEBC. But now that they have declared their confidence and trust in IEBC, they don't know how to make an about-turn, how to make a U-turn to accuse IEBC of being in collusion with some people to rig this year's elections. So one thing that is coming out clearly, William Ruto's main undoing is his tongue. William Ruto and his team, they talk more than necessary. They talk without looking at the bigger picture. That's why they are claiming ballot papers are being marked. But they don't have the confidence enough to actually face IEBC, if at all ballot papers are being marked. Ruto's main undoing is his loose tongue. He talks more than actually necessary. The second thing I'm seeing here, I'm seeing a William Ruto who is just desperate. And is desperate because he's also realizing late in the day that he's most likely going to lose this year's election. So William Ruto is just preparing himself to challenge the presidential election results. I'm seeing a William Ruto just trying to build a case that most likely he is going to take to the Supreme Court. Ballot papers were marked. That's why I've lost. So William Ruto is just building a case that is most likely going to take to the Supreme Court. And if you look at what is currently happening, I'm seeing William Ruto and his team cleverly inciting their supporters to violence, not to accept the results of this year's presidential elections. That's what William Ruto is trying to do. First of all, is inciting his people to cause violence. And then secondly, he's cleverly intimidating non-William Ruto supporters in the Rift Valley by making claims that ballot papers are being marked. Those claims alone have got the potential to actually cause violence. And if you look at the map of Kenya, the only place I'm seeing those remarks can cause violence is William Ruto's college in Rift Valley. And we know Rift Valley is cosmopolitan. William Ruto most likely is targeting Kenyans who are non-William Ruto supporters, especially in the Kalenjin land. William Ruto wants to create panic so that these non-William Ruto supporters can get scared to a point they don't turn out to cast their votes. My appeal to those supporters in William Ruto's Kalenjin Rift Valley: turn out in large numbers. This morning, turn out in large numbers. Vote for your preferred candidate. Nobody will intimidate you. Nobody will force you to vote for him. I'm seeing Ruto cleverly intimidating those kind of people. And the government must actually act with speed to make sure they deal with such calibers, or rather such characters who are out to intimidate Kenyans, because they have all been telling Kenyans that it's the people to decide. So it's now the people to decide. They want to incite and to intimidate those same people. Another thing I'm seeing here, I'm seeing William Ruto and his team playing some kinds of a reverse psychology. Maybe it's Ruto and his team who might be marking ballot papers somewhere. So they are just trying to actually confuse Kenyans and even the government that some people are marking ballot papers. The government should not take those claims lightly. Government should actually do a crackdown. Let the government check William Ruto's current residents. Let the government check the residents of these leaders supporting William Ruto. Maybe they are marking ballot papers somewhere. That's also something I'm seeing here. What Ruto's bloggers and even leaders, the likes of Moses Kuria, are talking, they might be the ones doing exactly what they're accusing other people. They themselves might be marking the ballot papers. As I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, having looked at all the parameters, be it the surveys, be it the statistics, be it votes on the ground, it will take a miracle for William Ruto to win this year's election. It will take a miracle. And that's why if you look at the map of Kenya, William Ruto most likely is going to beat Raila Odinga in his Kalenjin Rift Valley and maybe in some parts of the mountain. Raila is clearly going to beat William Ruto in all regions out of those two blocks. So, is it possible for your opponent to beat you in all regions, then you beat your opponent maybe in two or in one area, and then you claim you are the winner of that election? I tend to believe William Ruto should be very honest to his supporters. He should not hype it too much to appear that he's actually ahead of the race. I know he might be doing that, but he should be a little bit considerate to his supporters. And the truth is this: William Ruto has no means of winning this year's election. That's one thing William Ruto supporters should be told. So if William Ruto loses this year's election, he's not going to lose because he's going to be rigged out. He is going to lose because a good majority of Kenyans are going to reject him at the ballot. That's exactly what should be made very clear to William Ruto and his supporters. Ruto is not going to lose the election because it's going to be rigged. He is going to lose the election because he does not have the numbers. And on top of that point, the mere fact that William Ruto has all along been boasting of having numbers, and now we are seeing him panicking, that also exposes him as a person who is not politically strategic. He talks a lot, he chest thumps a lot, but when now push comes to shove, he has no clue. That's what I'm seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. That's why they are claiming that ballot papers are being marked somewhere. They were not just strategic enough. They thought that by making noise on the streets or rather in public rallies, that could help them win this year's election. They are just realizing things are not the way they expected. Let me stop it there. But in case you have not yet subscribed, just as I did indicate when I was starting, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. To our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. And to any other person watching us for the very first time, that's the kind of analysis we do here. We don't beat about the bush. We go straight on to the point. We call it as it is, without fear or favor. God bless you. God bless Kenya.